Gotra. I am SEO consultant based in Melbourne, Australia. I work with clients across the range, going from e-commerce to publishers. For e-commerce clients, I usually do technical SEO, and for the publishers, I just mostly work on Google Discover side of the things and optimizing the pages and the whole site to be shown in Google Discover feeds of the users. So I just wrote a blog post around the wrap, just like Spotify do their wrap. I did my own wrap where I will be going through some of the interesting things that I noticed this year. So these are just like my points of the view. Of course, there has a lot of things has happened this year in SEO industry, going from AI overviews to site reputation abuse, manual actions, and everything else. So let's just get into it and see what I found interesting, and I hope that you also learned something out of it. So the first thing that I found really interesting is Reddit showing up in Google search results. So what happened last year in this year in Feb, Google did a deal with Reddit where they got the access to get Reddit data, content, and post and everything else via the API. And after that, what happened is, as you can see in the graph, there is a steep upward curve where Reddit started to gain ranking for a lot of keywords. And this was a sudden jump which came after the deal that happened. And even because of this deal, some people were actually questioning Google that is this ranking improvement is somehow related to the deal. But Google actually denied this claim and said that our agreement with Reddit absolutely did not include ranking its content higher on search, which to me seems a little bit of surprising because we can see clearly from the graph that Reddit started to improve in rankings just when they did the deal with Google in February. So there is some connection, and even though Google might decline it, but of course we can see from the data that there is something going on. Yeah. And at the same time, other SEO professionals like AmSafe Digital from New York, they have also covered this with more in detail around like what started to rank, what happened, and what were the type of the keywords that started to rank and everything else. So I've just linked to that blog post over here. And also like it was not only the Reddit, it was the forums in general. But the biggest forum is Reddit, so Reddit saw the most improvement in the ranking this year. And even some of the other forums also saw the ranking this year. So I tweeted on in October that this forum, this Speak Up, a Western New York forum, is suddenly surged in the ranking. At the same time, Just Answer also surged suddenly in the ranking. And at the same time, this Backyard Chickens forum also surged in the ranking. I've mentioned all these in the blog post. And at the same time, as you see Reddit going up in the general search results, there were also some instances where Google created specific search features to show Reddit content, or in some cases, to make it more visible in search results. For example, I posted this screen recording of search results in October, where you can clearly see that Reddit is being displayed in a different way where users can click on the expand icon and it expands the content in the search results itself and users can scroll through. So they don't have to go to the Reddit, rather they can see the Reddit in Google search results, which was a new search feature that they started to test. And at the same time, I also noticed that Google is showing Reddit content in Discover. And as I mentioned at the start of my talk, that I work with a lot of publishers who are trying to optimize for Discover and get visibility there. This is a major concern for the publishers because there is a limited space in the feed of the users. And if Reddit is being pushed there, that means that the space is being taken from other publishers who otherwise might be showing up over there. So if Google decide to double down on this in going into 2025, it will be a major concern for publishers who are getting visibility in Discover because there will be less surface to be shown. But of course, we have to just wait and see if Google sort of introduce any new surface for Reddit content in Discover feeds, or they just continue to show it just like a card there. And at the same time, I think a couple of months back, I wrote this blog post where I went through how Reddit is becoming a problem for my own SEO work, where many of my clients who just write informational content, blogging type of the websites, they were being outranked by Reddit at scale, which was concerning for me, and that's why I posted this video on LinkedIn and wrote this blog post on my website too. And at the same time, I think one of the main thing is I just talked around like Reddit and how it's improved in the ranking, Google introducing new surfaces for showing Reddit content in its search results, and at the same time, Reddit getting visibility in Google Discover too. But in general, this is coming from the Google generally want to push Reddit type content, which means social content in its search results. And even when Google search license Danny Selvan did an interview with other SEO professional Aleda Solis. In that interview, also he mentioned that I think there is a huge value in what we have been doing and showing more of this kind of content because it is really helpful. So it's clear that Google, if Google is saying that they consider social media content to be really, really helpful, and they want to push it in its search results, and of course Reddit and all the other social media stuff like Instagram Reels and TikToks will also get more visibility in search results. So as a site owner, as a business owner, what you should be doing is not only focusing on publishing content on your own website, and rather also have a multi-channel omni-channel approach where you are everywhere. You are publishing blogs on your website, Instagram Reels, TikTok videos, YouTube long form videos, and short form videos too. And also, I wrote like in September when I noticed that there is a general trend in Google pushing new search features as well to show social media content, and in general, pushing more media content in the search results, improving the ranking of these social media platforms. I wrote this blog post too, covering like what are the new search features which are coming about, and some of my thoughts as well. So the main one was a recent post where recent post was showing up for general type of the queries like digital marketing, SEO, Google Ads, and things like that, where the carousel, this one, was showing the recent content from Instagram Reels and TikTok and YouTube Shorts. And at the same time, Google started to test another one where latest post from and then the person name, like Bill Gates, where they were showing everything that was posted by that person on their social media platforms. Like if Bill Gates has posted any Instagram reel, Instagram thread, or sorry, a post on threads, or a Reddit post, or a YouTube video, or a YouTube short, it is getting shown in this specific carousel. So this comes around like the general push that Google is doing around Reddit content. Sorry, not Reddit content, general push around the social media content that they want to surface more often in their search results. So this was all about the Reddit story and the social media content and everything else. Now let's see how many core updates and spam updates happened this year. So this year started with the March 2024 core and spam update. These started to roll out on the same day, and after that there was a spam update in June, and then of course there was a August core update and November core update, and recently there was a December core update. And nowadays, as of me recording this video on 22nd of December, Google is rolling out a spam update too. So in total, we had 4 core updates and 3 spam updates that were rolled out by Google this year. So this is the usual pattern that Google do. But one of the key things that we noticed this year is the back-to-back stuff with the recent updates, where November core update finished on 5th of December, and then on 12th of December, Google started to roll out another one, December core update. And also the March core update was a super long update. It took 45 days to roll out, which was quite interesting. And moving on to the next topic, Google adding new spam policies. So when Google announced the March core update back in March, of course, they also did some changes to their spam policies, where they went ahead and added three new spam policies: expired domain abuse, scaled content abuse, and site reputation abuse. So, with the expired domain, with the expired domain abuse, what Google is saying that expired domain abuse is where an expired domain name is purchased and repurposed primarily to manipulate search rankings by hosting content that provides little to no values to user. So this is how Google is saying that if anyone is buying an expired domain which was previously owned by some government organization or anything like that and is no longer being used, but you bought it, you are hosting a lot of content on it and is trying to manipulate Google search results by leveraging the already backlinks that expired domain have, that is called expired domain abuse, and we will consider that as a spammy practice. Therefore, we will try to demote those pages in our search results. And at the same time, Google also added another one, a spam policy, which is called scaled content abuse. And Google is defining it as scaled content abuse is when many pages are generated for the primary purpose of manipulating search rankings and not helping users. So this deals with like programmatic SEO and AIO approach, where you use some sort of like AI model like GPT or something like that, LLM, large language model, and you try to publish a lot of pages, like 1 million or 2 million pages. But on each page, there is just AI content and is not actually helpful for Google search users. So this is called scale content abuse, and Google is saying that okay, we will treat this as a spammy practice and therefore try to demote it in our search results. And also, one of the important thing about scaled content abuse spam policy is that whether content is produced through automation, human efforts, or a combination of human and automated processes. So here Google is saying that either you use some automation, or even if you are using humans to edit that content, add more value to it, or is there any type of the combination of these two things, it is still a scaled content policy abuse and will be treated as spam. And here also Google is explaining that is this a change in how Google views AI content in terms of spam? Like if Google is viewing AI content as if it's a spam. And here Google is saying that our a long-standing spam policy has been that use of automation, including generative AI, is spam if the primary purpose is manipulating ranking search results. So all these spam policies revolve around one thing, that if you're using at content scale, either it be AI or either it be humans writing the content, but you're doing it at scale, and the only purpose is not to provide anything helpful at page level to the search users, rather to manipulate the search rankings and just try to get the traffic from it, that is spam. So, and at the same time, Google also added site reputation abuse policy, which I will be going into later on. And next one is, of course, site reputation abuse policy, which I just mentioned as well. And I think I have covered a lot of it on my own website. And even I have created this beautiful timeline. I love timelines actually, where I have detailed like what happened, what is the topic of it, what was the timing, and everything I have mentioned in this like long sort of easy to understand timeline, which you can go to my on my website and read it over there. And with the site reputation abuse policy, Google issued the manual actions against anyone who is abusing it, especially the Forbes, CNN, and many other big publishers who are hosting a lot of affiliate related parasite content in their subfolders or subdomains and trying to manipulate Google search results with it. So this is the main thing that happened this year. And to be honest with you guys, like I was never expecting that Google will go after the big guys in the game who are abusing their reputation, domain level signals to manipulate the Google search results. And at the same time, Google introduced two new concepts this year. One is starkly different, and another one is site in a site treatment. Both of these are related to each other in a way that starkly different means that, for example, if you are publishing content about shoes and then you suddenly start to write about cars, the cars content on your website will be treated as starkly different and will be treated as a site in a site, which means that it will not be getting any domain level benefit. So if you're writing like Gagan.com is writing about writing about shoes, and then Gagan.com also start to write about cars, all the pages which are related to cars will not get any benefit from the existing domain level signals. So which means that it Gagan starting to move from writing about shoes to cars is almost like starting a whole new website. Sorry, the lights just turned off for some reason. Give me a second. Sorry, the lights are on again. 1 second. All right. Sorry, the lights went off for some reason. Okay, I was talking about the starkly different and side in a side treatment where I went into like how if you're writing about a topic A and you suddenly start to write about topic B, then Google will be treating that topic B content as starkly different from the main content of the site, and all those new pages will be treated as a side in a site. And when Google is ranking the pages in search results, those pages will not get the domain level benefit. And I just write like more in-depth, detailed content around it as well. You can read it on my website. And that's it for 2024. These are like super interesting things that happened in SEO this year. And of course, there are a lot of other stuff as well which happened around this year. The Creator Summit that happened um, in Google San Francisco office, and there were a lot of other things. But going into 2025, I'm super excited and pumped in. Let's go and get the rankings. And if you want to work with me, either doing e-commerce SEO or want to get more visibility in Google Discover, you can just reach out to me on my website. Get in touch is where you need to go, and you will see a form which you can submit your name, email, and what you want to talk with me, or you can just schedule a quick intro call and we can go from there. Get on board and let's smash the rankings and rank higher in Google search results. Bye.